Okay, this is going to be one of those mixed bag videos where I talk about a few things rather than just focusing on one thing only. Comment on a video I made last Wednesday about Russia Today. User called "Street Mugged by Police." I've heard a few people on the internet say this has happened to them in London. They've actually been mugged by the cops. Not fake cops either, the real police. If that's true, it's just utterly disgraceful, isn't it? Complete abuse of power. Anyway, this user says, RT, Russia Today, is necessary to counter the propaganda and hostility emanating from Washington and London. Imagine if we were depending on Cameron or Obama for our view of Russia. Yeah, alright. The user's point being that you have to fight fire with fire, right? Well, I disagree. Could it not be said that if you adopt the same tactics as the aggressor, you lower yourself to the aggressor's level? And you don't counter lies by telling more lies. You stand up to the bullshitters of this world by telling the truth. Right? As far as Cameron and Obama go, I don't trust either of them. They are servants of the war system, the status quo. The world can and must do better. What next? I watched a 3-minute video recently called Top 5 Safest Countries If a World War Breaks Out. We've got Finland and Iceland and a couple of places in the Pacific Ocean, and we have Bhutan, a secluded country surrounded by the Himalayas. Country which wasn't introduced to television and the internet until the 21st century, I understand. Yeah, well, the thing is, in the event of a full-scale world war involving the great powers, one might think that at some point thermonuclear weapons could come into play, or perhaps deliberate interference with weather systems for hostile purposes, or maybe even the creation of some hideous biological weapon, a laboratory-made disease, extremely contagious, no cure. Perhaps nanotechnology could even be used for hostile purposes. Point being, the world is not a safe place. Even if you live in a country ranking high in the Global Peace Index, this doesn't mean you're safe from the effects, the fallout of a world war. I mean, sure, some places are statistically safer than others, just as some places are statistically cleaner than others, but if the world goes full retard, meaning full-scale nuclear war, bringing about nuclear winter, then I ask the question, where are you going to hide? In a hole in the ground? Yeah? Will it matter where your hole is? Or will you be just plain fucked wherever you are? Right, what else? Yeah, I saw an old face the other day, one I haven't seen for many, many years. I've not seen this person in the flesh since 1999, in fact. I remember him being quite a violent kid, violent adolescent. I recall he was suspended from and eventually expelled from the school we went to. And I've now become aware that he spent some time in prison in his adult life. Mixed feelings for me seeing him again. I think he was on drugs when I saw him, but I can't be sure. I can remember trying to give this guy a wider and wider berth at school as the years rolled on. Yeah. He wasn't my cup of tea. I could sense the same menacing vibe from him the other day when I saw him, as I did back in the day, in the school days. Anyway, I don't expect that I'll be seeing him again anytime soon, so yeah. There it is. Disturbing happening in my local area of Roast the other day. A body floating in the sea just outside my parents' home. As I was coming over to visit my parents, I see a major commotion going on. 4 or 5 cop cars and the Coast Guard. Yeah, quite the commotion. We were wondering what happened or who it was. We found out that it was a man from Runcorn, Cheshire. A man in his mid-40s, and the death is not being treated as suspicious. So, I don't know if it was an accident or what, but yeah, just a sad thing really. Finishing on a more cheerful note, I went and booked myself a holiday to Barbados later on in the year. Never been to the Caribbean before, or been to the tropics before, so yeah, new experience for me, and I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I could use a vacation right now, actually. Work's been tough, but I'll just have to wait it out for a couple of months. When I am over there though, I'll try to shoot some footage for you guys and put it on my channel here, so yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you later folks. Until then, take care of yourselves.